How do you comment on LinkedIn posts? Do you want to know how to comment effectively on other people's posts on LinkedIn? Hey, I'm Sarah Clay. I'm a LinkedIn trainer and I'm going to help you build connections on LinkedIn by commenting on people's posts. Now, I know commenting on people's posts can seem a bit scary. Why? Why would people expect other people who they don't know to comment on their posts? Well, I don't know that people expect it, but people really like it. When somebody I don't know comments on my post in a positive way, I feel I've really added value to them. I've really helped their day. I've taught them something, and I'm so flattered. It also is very reassuring when people you don't know comment on your posts, because it means that you're doing the right thing on LinkedIn. It means that LinkedIn are sharing your posts with people that you don't know on the platform, with your second and third plus degree connections, which is fantastic. So you know that LinkedIn like your posts, and it's an indication, as I say, that you're doing something right. So a lot of what I teach on LinkedIn is how to establish your profile so that people can find you. And I also teach how to go and find people on LinkedIn and find relevant content for you to engage with. But this video isn't about that. This video is what to say when you find a post that you want to comment on. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through my system of 4 C's, okay, because I do like a bit of alliteration. So that's why I'm Sarah Clay Social. So a little bit of alliteration with 4 C's. So the fourth C, I don't want to start with the 4th C, I want to start with the first C. So the first C, when you see somebody's post and you think, I'm going to comment on that post, is to compliment that person. We all love a compliment, okay? We love it when people say nice things about us. So starting with a compliment is a really nice way to get the reader involved and to get yourself on the same side as the person who's posted. They want to be your friend. You want to be their friend. Let's be nice to each other. And let's face it, that's what LinkedIn is for. So what kind of compliment could you offer? Just something short. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You could say something like, this is really interesting, or thank you for sharing, or congratulations, if it's that kind of post. So just a few words, or even one, just to start your comment, okay? So the next thing is to comment. There you go, that's it, simple. But it's not that simple. What I don't like to see on LinkedIn is when people just write 1 or 2 words and off they go. That's not going to work. That's not going to help build a relationship with that person. And it's also not going to help you show your knowledge. So we can use comments on other people's posts to put ourselves not only in front of the person who's posted, but also in front of their audience, because their audience will be reading those comments. Yep, I know it sounds weird, but people do read comments on posts and engage in comments on posts. So by commenting with value, commenting with some knowledge or some insight that you have to add to that topic that the person's posted about. Imagine that you're standing in a circle at a networking event and there's 6 or 7 people. Somebody across the other side of the circle says something. So imagine that's the post. They say something and you can add to the conversation. You can add to what they've said. You're not going to show off necessarily, because nobody likes to show off, let's face it. You might say, oh, that's interesting. When I've seen this happen in such and such a situation. Or I agree with what you're saying. That's also a compliment. Because, and explain why. You don't have to go rambling on and on and on for ages. A few sentences will do, or you could make it longer, of course. So once you've given them a compliment, comment with value. And the next C is to make it conversational. So using open-ended language is going to encourage other people, and in fact the poster themselves, to then comment on your comment. And okay, These comments aren't forming on one of your posts, but that doesn't matter. The algorithm, if you want to talk about the algorithm, still appreciates the fact that you're commenting on LinkedIn, even more appreciates the fact that you're commenting on somebody else's post. But what's more important here is that you're building relationships. So you're building a relationship with the person who's posted, and as I've said, potentially with that person's audience. You're also showing yourself as somebody who's interested, who's knowledgeable, and who wants to take part in a conversation and build relationships. So using open language, perhaps asking a question, is going to encourage the person who's posted, and maybe other people as well, to then comment on your comment. Ta-da! So the next thing to do, if you're not already, is to connect with that person. It's a really easy connection. So you can go over to their profile, check them out, make sure they're, who they say they are or who you think they are, and they're not a bot, and that it is a real account, because unfortunately there are some accounts on LinkedIn which aren't real, not many, but there's a few. And then send them a connection request, but add a note and just say, I loved your post today, can we connect? Let's connect. Very, very simple way to connect with that person. Okay, so in summary, when you're commenting on somebody's post, use my 4 C's and you are bound to start building relationships. So C, number 1, is to offer a compliment. C, number 2, is to comment with value. C, number 3, is to be conversational. And C, number 4, is to connect with that person or with anybody else who's commenting and joining the conversation. Hey, I'm Sarah Clay. If you like this tip, please comment below, however you wish, but you can use my 4 C's. And please follow me on LinkedIn and also on YouTube. Have a fantastic day, and we'll keep on learning and loving LinkedIn.